Well, hello YouTube, and hello Twitch. I am Pinstar, and this is the Automachef lunar update. So I saw that the Automachef devs have been busy working on this game and have been releasing some updates for it. Actually, more than one. The lunar update just happens to be the most recent one, but there have been a couple other updates out there. And you know what? Let's dive in. Let's see what there is to see. Now, one of the things that that I saw that they added to, first off, there's still contract modes. There's still the campaign, but they added a scenario editor. I'm tempted by this. So you know what? Let's try to make a nifty scenario for ourselves and see if we see what we can see here. All right, let's see here. You know what? Let's start small. Let's start out with a small one. Maybe just like a warm-up here. Now let's see here. Let's take a look. All right, so we can set up a couple of dishes here. We can even define which machines they have. I do wish you could just set up a scenario and add it to the different contracts mode. Hey David, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. David, as the first person here to speak up in chat, I'm going to grant you the honor of naming the first cooked dish that we need to add to our scenario. We'll build around that. I'm just going to be scrolling through. I'm doing pretty well. I am doing pretty well. Had the streaming bug bite me, and I decided, you know what? I haven't streamed in a while. Why don't I do that? So here we are. The not so healthy meal, jet age meal, kung pao chicken. I'm guessing that one's from the lunar update. Extreme burger, dumplings, double bypass meal, beach burger, altimeter meal. Let's see here. You know, we could try a little column A, a little column B. I know cornbread was added in the Thanksgiving update, so let's do a little cornbread here. And yeah, what the hey, a plain burger? Why not? Let's see. Modifiers can be applied to main course dishes to increase the difficulty. Interesting. Altimeter meal? Sure. Let's see here. Now here's a use watt hours of electricity or less. Dopamine meal coming right up, my friend. Dopamine meal it is. Boom. Alright, so we got plain burgers, cornbread, and dopamine meals here. Alright, I think that's a good trio to go with. For our side dish, let's see here. Actually, cornbread should be the side dish. So we're not doing it as a main dish. Plain burger, dopamine meal, and cornbread. Maybe we need a little greenery in here. Not a chicken salad, not a fancy salad. We don't want to go too deep down the salad rabbit hole. Let's see here. Spicy DLT, the big salad. Oh, why not? Why not the big salad? Well, actually, I don't want to get into liquids in this early one here. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to go with the not so unhealthy meal. No. We're not going with too many combos here. Too many combos will be a little bit crazy. All right, what machines are we allowing? The assembler. I don't think we need the advanced assembler. Order reader, yes. And we don't need that. We don't need the computer. I do like the counting machine repeater to be on. We don't have any disasters on, so we don't need to worry about that. I like the option of the high-speed dispenser. Handle liquids, nah. No liquids. We'll allow storage units. Oh yeah, the conveyor and the convection fryer. We will allow those. We need the electric oven in order to do the cornbread. And we'll allow the steamer. That's the other new one. Oh, who's turning? Why is the robotic arm long turned off? The shame. All right, plain burger, dopamine meal. I do want to. Let's set a goal for the 10,000 watt hours electrical energy or less, because I do like having a cap on that. Let's do a rush hour. We need to be able to test this out. Yeah, let's deliver during a rush hour. Let's deliver 20 dishes during a rush hour and using that much electricity. Now, we need to test this beast in order to see if this is actually physically possible. $50,000 budget. Go with 70,000. Yeah, let's see. Warm-up kitchen. Dust off the rust and get cooking. All right. Let's give it a shot. All right, let's start it. See if this beast is possible. All right, so we got cornbread, the dopamine meal, and a plain burger as our possible things. Now, I did purposely choose the smaller kitchen because I do like scenarios with size constraints. So let's plan this thing out. So the dopamine meal is actually it's plain burger, but we also got to get fries in the deal. So some people are going to want burgers outside the combo, and some are going to want fries with that, and then some are going to want cornbread with that instead as our side dish. Now the cornbread's going to be tough because cornbread takes a long time to make. So what I'm going to do is let's build backwards from the start here. All right, dopamine meal. All right, we're going to need two different things stored here, and I think I have an idea of what I want to do with the dopamine meal. So we need this packaging machine. That's not its final resting spot, but we need to package the fries, and then we also need to package the dopamine meal itself. So what we're going to do here is we're going to tell this packaging machine, hey, you can handle both things. And we're going to have you go here. Now what you're going to do here, we're going to have you conveyor belt here. Like that. And then what we're going to have is we're going to have a smart arm. And we're going to say, first off, hang a right. And if you see a thing of fries, pick it up and plop it on there so you can feed it back into there. That way our packaging machine, not only we get the raw potato wedges in there, but we also package the fries itself. It just takes a little bit longer. I'm going to slow this down, give it a chance to grab it. But that should do nicely. Now for the plain burgers, since the plain burgers are needed for both the dopamine meal itself, as well as just served straight up, I'm going to want to do a storage solution for them. So I think what I'll do is I'll put this here, storage unit. And this is why I like to give myself the long arms, because like not giving yourself all the tools in your toolbox, that feels bad, man. Feels bad. And yes, so the putting down is going to be long range. So we're gonna have cooked plain burgers here. Now we can also have have you plucking burgers here, so this will eventually make its way into the machine. See, that works out nicely, and that way we can have ourselves the dopamine meal proper. Now we just got to set up a line here to actually get the get ourselves a good supply of burgers. Burgers do need to be assembled in the assembler. The standard one is fine. I didn't turn on the advanced assembler, but we don't need the advanced assembler here. Yeah, this should be fine, like right here. And then we get ourselves a dumb arm. And that's going to hang a left. So that will deposit the finished burgers in here. Recipe to follow. Plain burger. Finished dishes on the left. Since we're going to be stockpiling, we could probably, not high speed, probably get away with power saving to work on that watt hour goal here. Alright, now we actually need to cook these things. It'll probably be a little bit easier. Well, the conveyor grill is always very tempting in this instance. I mean, it's slow, but it's still effective. We spit out a patty conveyor grill. No, I think we'll go electric. We'll go the stock standard here. We could always also, actually, you know what? I think this actually might be a better thing here. If we do this, if we go robotic arm, and you're gonna hang a left, have a conveyor belt coming down to you, like that. That will allow us to have a dispenser on here, and that's going to be for our buns. And then we'll have a dispenser for the... actually, this needs to go one further back. The raw patties. Alright, let's see. Let's go conveyor grill. Yeah, because you'll spit that out, immediately get toasted up, and then we get ourselves a conveyor belt and hitch over there, and that way they both flow into the same place. Voila! Okay, let's get some controls flowing here. Because, yeah, okay, so first off, what we need is a counting machine. What we're going to do is we're going to monitor this storage location, and we're going to hook you up to here, and let's say hook you up to the conveyor grill, because we want to keep a handle on that to keep the watt hour usage under control. I guess we could hook it up to the assembler too. All right, so what we want to do is we want to have a supply of burgers build up here in the storage unit. But what we want to do is there's going to be some lag because it takes time for stuff to get cooked and get through the system. So what we're going to do is I'm going to say on when count is less than 2. So when we're down to just one finished plain burger in there, fire up the ingredient dispensers. Now, once the ingredient dispensers are doing their thing, we obviously want these on here a little bit longer. So the grill I'm going to have on until there's 3, and the assembler needs to be on until there's like 5. There we go. So these should, I'm just going to start out a little test here. These should start spitting out their requisite stuff. That conveyor grill is so slow. We're going to have way more burger buns than we are... Alright, stop. Well, we could slow down this dispenser, but that's no bueno. Even though it's slowing down, the fact that it's on makes it burn watt hours. So we're gonna speed up the patties by using the high speed one. We'll be launching raw meat out of this thing at a prodigious rate. We'll start you at even Steven, but depending on how the testing goes. Yeah, you're still already beating that, but at least we're at least getting as long as we're weaving in even numbers, then we're pretty good. Yeah, I have no controls on the arms that do what they need to do. So we're, but at least this is working sort of the way we want. I might slow this down to like a 6, just to give these patties a chance to catch up. We could also have that. Yeah, it's tough sometimes. All right, so let's focus on our other things here. So we got cornbread to worry about. Cornbread gives me pause. So cornbread, we need cornmeal, butter, eggs, and oh crap, milk. We need liquids in this. Okay. Well, hang on. Let me just save these blueprints. Back to main menu here. All right, let's enable our liquid friends, just the basic liquids anyway. And we do need the advanced assembler. Yes, we do need the advanced assembler in order to pump the liquids into. Okay, let's start this, and then I can just with my saved settings here go back to where we were, so we don't have to redo all of that. All right, see, this is why we playtest our scenarios here. Right then, so let's again, we build backwards here. So we need an electric oven, which I think is going to be right here, because then we can get ourselves a dumb arm that will pluck stuff out of the oven and serve it up. Now my only pause here is the oven has a 10-minute cooking time, or 10-second cooking time, but that's kind of the hallmark of the oven, is that everything you do in it is real slow, but some things can only be cooked in the oven. Right then, let's get that there, and then we're going to need to pre-assemble the uncooked cornbread. Ooh, that fits nicely. That fits real nicely there. Cornbread uncooked. Dishes on the right side. Okay. Oh man, I love this. Like when you build into a solid brick of machinery, like that's the kind of the real satisfying itch that gets scratched when playing this game. Well, not to mention all the other bits of efficiency you can generate for yourself. Right then. Okay, cornbread. Egg, butter, cornmeal. We gotta chop up the egg first. It's still simple enough. We can probably get away with just one dumb arm to haul all the ingredients in. Yeah, it should be fine. Conveyor belt. And then what we'll do here, normal dispensers should be fine. But we do need to chop that egg up, so we'll get the food processor over here. Like that. And then we just shove a dispenser into the back of the food processor and have that one be the one that spits out the eggs. So you are going to be eggs. You are going to be butter. And you're going to be cornmeal. Beautiful. Okay. Let's hang on. Let's set up some controls for this, and we'll sanity test the cornbread setup here. We're not doing stockpiles of it, although maybe we should. Maybe we should, but we'll see if we can get away without stockpiling it. If we can't, we're going to need to make some modifications here. But such is the nature of the beast. So you're going to read cornbread, and when cornbread is ordered, we're going to dispense one egg. We're going to dispense one butter. We're going to dispense one cornmeal, and we're going to turn on the oven for while the order is pending. Wastes a little bit of electricity. Oh yeah, we're already up above cost, so I think we're going to need to adjust our cost settings here, just because of the number of things that we're doing here. Although, actually, how much are the order readers? Yeah, they're 5,000 apiece. We're about to crash that, and I think this is about as efficient as we can get away with here. So, let's save the layout. Let's adjust. Let's call it 100K. This will be a 100K challenge. We're not going to use all 100K, but you're supposed to be able to turn a profit. Like that's the whole point of this. Right then, yes. All right, edit this. Objectives, budget 100K, rush hour yes. We don't need a third objective. This is a warm-up level. We don't need to be mean. Okay, let's load our layout. There we go. So, okay, so that takes care of the cornbread. Oh yeah, let's do a sanity check. A simulated order of it, if you will. Of course, all of our other machines are going to go nuts, but... Alright, spits out the butter, spits out the cornmeal, spits out the egg. This... Oh wait, we forgot the milk. We forgot the milk. You gotta have the milk. That's the whole reason why I... So, we got a storage tank and a pump. And the way this works is you Right, how much milk? You need 100. So you need to. This pump needs to be working full bore. So you need to be pumping 50 milliliters between pump. So yeah, for 2 seconds. Pipe to storage tank. Pipe to here, and then we fill this thing with milk. Starts off 5 liters of milk. That should be all the milk we could possibly want. And then actually, in that case, this needs to go to the pump, and we need to turn on for 2 seconds. Alright, now let's sanity check this. Yep, 100 milliliter of milk. That is precisely the amount of milk that we need. And then we just get all of our solids. Alright, it's cooking. Well, it's preparing the cornbread. Now it goes into the oven. Oven starts cooking. And it looks like we don't need a smart arm to know when that's done. Yeah, the dumb arm is able to do that just fine. So that's good, because dumb arms take less energy and cost less too. But still, that is a long cycle time on that cornbread. We may need to stockpile, and we don't exactly have the room to stockpile. We're going to need to move everything down a smidge-a-meter if we're going to get it. Well, you know what? Let's just see what the order frequency is. If we can get away with made-to-order cornbread, then we will. Otherwise, we're going to need to stockpile that. All right, now the last thing that we need is fried potato wedges to make the fry component for the dopamine meal. And since it's just one item, I think we can do the Frymatic 3000 here. It is the slower, but it is also the cheaper. Now, oh yeah, we do need a smart arm here to make sure it yanks the fried potato wedges so it doesn't... fried potato wedges, thank you. And yeah, dispenser. Followed by a food processor. Yep, I haven't forgotten the fries. I have not forgotten the fries. How could I forget the fries? I love me some fries. Alright, potatoes. That should be it. Alright, now we just gotta get the controls in place so everything doesn't go nuts. Alright, so order reader. So when you're pulling from here, so a dopamine meal, we want this arm to function once, to grab one burger out of there. So that's the burger part. We also want this to spit out one potato, and then the everything else will make its way down there. So that's honestly all we need for the dopamine meal. And now another order reader for the plain burger. This one's going to be even simpler. We hook it up to this long arm here, which actually, you know what? We could get away without needing a long arm, because the long arms take a lot of stuff, take a lot of energy. So we get a dumb arm here. Have you hang a left. And then a conveyor belt. And I think that collectively is cheaper electricity-wise than a single long arm. And we have the space for it, so why not? But anyway, so you get hooked up to here, perform action one time, and then that's it. That is literally it for the plain burger. So not much else to worry about. Oh yeah, actually I have to mark off plain burger. And then cornbread. Cornbread's already hooked up. So In theory, this will work. I'm gonna get a energy saver thing set up here in just a moment, just to deal with the initial thing, because oftentimes turning everything off until your first order comes in. Although I don't need to. Where's my dopamine meal one? Robotic arm. This thing on while order is pending. I know I could probably slim it down. And actually, yeah, this thing only needs to be on while order is pending. Because only the fries and the dopamine meals are going to be coursing their way through here. All right, let's see. We are under budget, so let's see. I might even want to do a grill here, because grills are more conducive to this than these raw patty deals here. Because the last thing I want is these things to get gummed up. Yeah, because now we have too many cooked patties. All right, well, we got our first order done proper. Dopamine meal plus cornbread. Oh boy, look at all those cornbreads. Oh, we are gonna need cornbread as a side dish is painful, because that's 10 seconds each. They're gonna be sitting there. We'll have the dopamine meals out faster. All right, yes, you're fast enough to grab the fries. So that's going to feed the fries back in. And there's our dopamine meal. This thing's still kind of slow, though. And the orders just keep piling up. Oh, God. And these aren't even the rush hour dishes. Yeah, we got one cornbread out. What have I gotten myself into? Oh, man. This cornbread is evil. Evil cornbread. I mean, we're still technically managing, but these orders are going stale here. And also, we're about to nuke the energy used because I didn't set that properly. And here comes the rush hour. Yeah, this is like that impossible level where the dev mistuned the requirements. At least we were efficient while we were at it. Yes. Thank you. Alright, let's edit the objectives here. So, I don't know why... Yeah, that I didn't mean to put that. Let's set you at 5,000 watt-hours of electrical energy. That still might not even be enough. Also, our budget's going to need to be higher if we're going to need some redundancies. Alright, let's load in our thing, however flawed. Okay, so we have made the determination that we need to stockpile cornbread badly. We may even need more than one oven going. So let's just move everything for the moment, just to sort of back this off. Oh, but it fits so perfectly. We're gonna be ruining the nice aesthetic of it, but we need that inventory space. So if we scooch you down here, if we scooch you down here, scooch you down here, we need to scooch. We need two scooches. because then we can have ourselves a storage unit large. And yeah, we're gonna need to, we're gonna want this thing cranking 24/7, like just non-stop. Now these things dispense at a 5. That thing cooks at a 10. It might actually be worth our while to have 2 separate ovens. So maybe we need to draw this even further back. I mean, we got room. We can use the room. I like playing compact, but we've got the room to play with. So, one more electric oven. I just hope this doesn't nuke our power budget, but luckily we can do all dumb arms. Now, how do we get these things to dispense evenly is the real question. Like, I know each of these can grab from their respective things, but we need to basically tell it. Well, actually, as one gets occupied, the other one will be the one who gets to grab it. So it should police itself. So 2 dumb arms here. Conveyor belt goes up. And then, yeah, we'll just conveyor belt you up here. And then you'll go in here, and then you'll go in there. Okay, that's a more sensible solution. Now we just got to reroute everything. I think if we put the eggs here. And then this grabs that, and then this is the butter, and that's the cornmeal. And that's perfect, actually. Alright, since we've got these 2 little spots here, it doesn't really matter where you put the liquids, but I like filling everything out in a brick, in a gigantic brick, or at least as much as possible. Like this little nub here and this little gap here kind of bothers me, but I'm not going to trash the entire design just for that. Now then, actually we have some more things to add, because now that we have more storage solutions, we need another counting machine. And again, it doesn't count. It doesn't matter where these things are either. I'm going to monitor that large storage unit, and instead of actually, hang on. So you're the cornbread. You are no longer the controller of that. Actually, you are going to be the controller of. Actually, all you're really the controller of is this. Have that thing grab a cornbread when it's done. I mean, we could. Yeah, that's about it, really. That is literally all that machine does, is just makes one arm move. But everything else behind it is so much more important. And we got a stockpile. So, eggs, cornmeal, butter. Oh wait, no, I don't want to monitor the egg. I want to monitor the storage unit. Connect to the egg. Now, one thing I'm going to do here is I'm also going to get a repeater, because we need to power control here. So our 4th connection is actually going to connect to the repeater, and then send out a signal to basically tell everything to turn itself on When the count is less than... Ooh, what's a good one? The storage unit can hold 8. So, you know what? Just keep everything on when it's less than 6. Yeah, it's less than 8. Now, the dispensers don't need to lag that far behind. Let's go with 5. On when the count is less than 5. I'm just spitballing here. We'll find the right number. Trial and error. This is less than 5. All right, and then we're gonna hook you up to the ovens. Hook you up to the assembler, and what the hey, we'll hook you up to the food processor. Basically, all the processing stuff needs to be on, but a little bit later, and it'll be on. It'll turn itself on whenever the repeater is turned on. Everything else is turned on, but then when the repeater is turned off, all of those are turned off. Oh yeah, that's the. You know what? I think I might just let the pump run and just flood the assembler with milk, because it doesn't actually cause any harm. Not when we don't have breakdowns on there. Okay. Let's give this beast a try. Come on, arm. You gotta go a little faster than that. Stop, stop, stop. Okay. You're being silly, arm. So I have a fix for that. Slightly less efficient, but more reliable. There we go. That's more like it. Now this thing should start, yeah, filling with milk. And that's fine. See, now, first off, you pick up faster because you're only going at a right angle. Yeah, see, both of those are trying to grab them. And that one gets it. And nice. That's what I'm talking about. As soon as this one finishes, then you grab it. And now we get double-barreled cornbread cooking. This is all going to be building up a little bit more. The bottleneck is still at these damn ovens. But so far, we're handling ourselves. I might replace the fries with the convection fryer. We might need that kind of speed. Depends on how... Yeah, actually, you know what? I do think we need the convection fryer. Also get rid of the need for that and the need for that. Convection fryer. And now it'll just go trundling through. And that should speed things up a little bit. Yeah, we need a controller. Where's our fry order here? No, it's a counting machine. Where's our dopamine controller here? That's the cornbread. That's the plain burger. There's the dopamine. Packaging machine on while order is pending. Convection fryer is only on while order is pending. Because that convection fryer uses up a lot of electricity. On the flip side, I think it might be smarter to switch to the grill for this. Like the actual grill. And, yeah. Let's get the electric grill here. Like that. Because they can slap it on there, and then the grill has 4 slots on it, so we can cook things a bit faster. It's kind of the opposite of the... Why don't we just do that? Cut out that conveyor belt. And then just, you know, cut out the middleman. And have the smart arm just stick it right in the machine. That'd be smarter, yeah? Cook patty, please. And in this case, we don't need the high speed. We want them going at relatively the same rate. Especially since they each have their own arms to dispense them here, so they're not waiting on each other. So you're going to be raw patty. And our dopamine... Oh, where's our repeater? Where's our counting machine? That's the cornmeal. That's the cornmeal. That's the repeater. There you are. When count is less than 2, please. Do we need anything else for this? Is there any other time save? Oh, we could turn the grill off. Yeah. When count is less than 5. There we go. That's a bit better. Yeah, see, with the grill, it goes a little bit more evenly. And we don't need to spring for the high test stuff, so that helps with our stuff. We're stockpiling burgers nicely. He wants a burger and some cornbread. So we got those cornbreads coming along. I am really tempted to kick these into overdrive, but that's going to suck so much power. And you try to go for efficiency as much as possible, or at least I do anyway. Alright, there's the fries. See, they're going a lot faster now. Compared to that 6-second wait in the fry oil, that will help those get done a lot faster, and those dopamine meals get out the door a lot more efficiently. This one packaging machine is being put through its paces, but it seems to be keeping up for the moment. Now, we'll see what the rush hour has to say about that. Yeah, these things just keep plopping out ingredients. We might need to adjust the ratio on the cornbreads. Because this is bonkers. This is absolutely bonkers. But we're keeping up against the tide. We actually are maintaining a meaningful supply of them. Although I hear the rush hour song. We don't have any official rush hour orders yet. Oh, but man, all these dopamine meals. We are hard pressed to keep up here. There's their first rush hour order. Man, this is tough keeping up with the burgers. We are cranking these burgers out as fast as we can. Disassembler, look at this! Contents, burger bun, cooked patty. This thing can't keep up. Alright, stop. We need to, yeah, you're not power saving anymore, my friend. You're not high speed yet, though. What's high speed for you? 8 seconds? Let's high speed you two. They're going to be sucking a lot more juice, but I think that being on power saver was a mistake, but on normal mode should be good. Alright. Let's fast forward to the juicy bits here. Alright, let's see here. I mean, these are still backing themselves up a little bit, but it's a little bit better. We can stockpile those a little bit sooner. People keep ordering the cornbreads, so we keep making them. But better to get a hold of them. We're still a bit behind on burgers. Yep, and here comes the rush. We might need to put the burgers, the plain burgers, on the plain burgers on high test here, because yeah, this is just pounding us, absolutely pounding us. I think we have successfully solved the cornbread issue here, but yeah, burgers are now the bottleneck. So many plain burgers. And that's an interesting take on when you have a single ingredient or a single item that is the bottleneck to the whole operation. Getting that in there, and then even if we get the burgers flowing enough, can the packaging machine keep up with the dang things? Because it's got to package the fries, it's got to package the burgers, it's got to package everything. All right, well, hang on. So what happens if we go high speed here? This probably isn't going to magically solve all of our problems, and I think the other thing I'm going to do is we're going to go higher storage capacity so we can hold on to more of these burgers. Let's see, that's the other one. Monitor you. And we're going to say when count is less than 5. We want to keep this thing topped off. Actually, you know what? No, because count is less than 3. And the assembler is on when it's less than 9. Because we want this thing to get full. Less than 9 is 8, which is what it can hold. Man, I am glad I didn't turn breakdowns on this thing, because I could tell you we'd be having machinery start sparking and firing if we had breakdowns turned on here. But again, this is supposed to be a warm-up scenario, and here I am grinding my head against it. But I am happy for, you know, making this a more or less contiguous space here. We are still having trouble keeping the that thing. Yeah, they're fighting over it. We might need 2 plain burger assemblers. Like straight up 2 plain burger assemblers. It sounds crazy, but just to keep up with the orders, we might. Sad as that sounds, because yeah, clearly the larger capacity is not saving us. We need more throughput. So we're gonna need to back all this up. We're going to take all the easy stuff and just toss it in a corner because I got to find room for another assembler here. Alright, so if we do assembler 1 here, and then assembler number 2 here. There's a scenario. There's a nice teaching scenario in the campaign that it basically charges you with making a metric F-ton of beach burgers, which are much harder than the plain burgers. But the only way you can actually get them cranked out fast enough is to have like 3 assemblers going non-stop. And even then, I was barely able to get it. But that's kind of the situation we're in here. But I am not one to back down from a challenge. Yeah, let's see here. So I think what we're going to do here... Oh, actually, yeah. Oh yeah, you're there. So yeah, why don't we just put the conveyor belt like right here. You finish on the left side, actually. You also finish on the left side. Good. Now I'm trying to think of the best way to get these things. Turn assembler back to normal. Yeah, good thinking. Because yeah, that's gonna be a little bit too much now that we have 2 of them. I'll keep them normal. I'm not going to go down to power saving mode though. Okay, so dumb arm. Yeah, spits out there, puts it on there. Dumb arm here comes out there, spits it on there. Beautiful. They make their way down here into storage. Okay, that part's good. Now we need to make sure they're fed properly with ingredients. First off, let's get these buns out of here. Now I want to use high-speed dispensers. And then just basically have these things come off of a rack here. So here, electric grill. Actually, okay, we're gonna scoot you up 1. This still works. We just need to finish you on the right side. The reason I put a gap between the 2 is so that we can put a grill here. And yeah, we're gonna be upgrading ourselves to some high-speed dispensers here. Raw patties, high-speed dispenser, dumb arm, feed them onto the grill. Now the trick here is going to be to get these things grabbing them at an even keel. I don't want them constantly fighting. Or maybe I do. Picked up a cooked patty. Cooked patty. You're gonna hang a right. You're gonna hang a left. You're gonna be burger patties. There we go. So supposedly that will work. I am always wary about the two arms fighting over a grill, but we'll see. Now for the buns. I think if we give them each their own buns station, that would be a little bit more sane. A little less efficient, but a little bit more sane. And if we keep those at the regular, technically speaking, these will be fine. I mean, the ratio will be a little bit off, but we'll see how much drift there is. Now then, dispenser, raw patty. Oh yeah, this raw patty dispenser can go away. Yeah, electric grill assembler. No, we need a dispenser burger bun. On while count is less than 3. And then you gotta, yeah, raw patties on while count is less than 3. We'll tweak the numbers. That's true. Yeah, I'm kind of banking on that. And it works out fine for our cornbread redundancy here. Excuse me. Alright, that should work. And also we have I bought a new grill when I didn't need to buy a new grill. There we go. Yep, you caught it. You caught it. You called me on it. Alright, let's throw fate to the wind here. Alright, patty number 1, patty number 2, patty number 3. This is why I like the grill, because it's got 4 spots. Yeah, and you are right, it is keeping up. Alright, that spits up there, that spits up there, and we got double-barreled burgers. Oh, White? You're... I'm barking up the wrong tree here. Okay, sorry about that. This scenario is ending up being surprisingly challenging. And here I just thought I was innocently throwing a few random ingredients onto the plate here. Wow, we actually built up an appreciable supply of the burgers. Now the next bottleneck that I might see happening is this packager, this poor overworked packager. It's going to be a little bit hard pressed to keep up with everything. And now that the burgers are going full tilt, it's going to get flooded. Alright, we are low on supply of burgers, so keep cooking, my friends. These arms are fighting over these burgers like crazy. Cornbread's keeping up as before. I almost wonder if this gets overloaded. I might have a pre-packager for the fries, but we got to see if it gets overloaded. It's keeping up for now. So many dopamine meals. As far as I can tell, like I didn't program in the scenario to say the order of the meals, so these are just randomly generated, which I like. I like a lot. All right, dopamine meals running behind because that keeps stealing the plain burgers. But we're getting the dopamine meals out on time. They're not, I mean, they're turning yellow, they ain't turning red. And our cornbread supply line is keeping up with the whole deal. Yeah, here's our rush hour here. I think we're gonna beat this. And I think I got the cash requirements right on target here. Energy used is I could make that slightly less generous. Because again, you want to give people and you're allowed to fulfill that 92% efficiency. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. All right, I want to tighten up the electricity requirements. Yeah, we'll save it. Why not? All right, so let's edit you. I think we have to run through one more beat before we can clear it, but that's fine. Yeah, see, though that 100 that watt hour energy resets itself. So let's set you to 3. 20 dishes during a rush hour. Because you got to survive to the rush hour, and then you got the rush hour. Plain burger, dopamine meal, cornbread as a side dish. Those are the machines that we are giving, and that's fine. Well, I guess this is warm up by my standards here. All right, let's just, I'm gonna run through. Just to make sure that this, I mean, we already know it beats the energy requirements. But let's just replay this thing in fast motion here. I'm sure somebody could do it even better. But man, the cornbread. That cornbread. Alright, we're approaching the 3,000 mark. Here comes the rush hours. Boom! Well under the energy budget, but since you can only count in thousands, I think that's good.